Dennis Feidner with CFO On the Go. We got Jessica back for video number 2 of our Sage Service Operations series. Today, Jessica is going to dive into what a dispatcher would do when he gets a call, how he's going to dispatch that out to the field, and what it's going to look like when it gets to the field. And if everything goes technologically correct, we're going to be able to show you what that looks like on a smartphone while we're on the call today. So, Jessica, go ahead and show me what happens when the phone rings.
Sure. So this is the dispatch board. It's just found on the menu tab right next to the dashboard. It's easy to navigate to. And, you might have this as your home page or landing page if you're the dispatcher or the service manager. And you're able to view today's date by default. And you're able to view a group of employees as you want. I have mine sorted by trade, but you may have a group of employees by zone or whatever works for you. Obviously, we know that we can build our groups in Sage 300 via the employee group menu, and in Sage 100, you actually build them here in the SSO tool itself. So you're able to build your teams. I'm looking at the Sage 300 database for today's demo, but it looks the exact same either one, Sage 1 or 300. So I have my plumbers viewable today, and I have my unassigned work orders here. I have 2 unassigned work orders. Obviously, we know in a perfect world, you want more than 2 unassigned calls in a day. I'd be able to filter my work orders down here through this filter and just see the open calls for today, perhaps. So maybe I just want to see open calls, and I'd like to see a description as well on those calls. Or you know what? I'm going to do call back. And I could apply that here. And I'd be able to see that it's a plumbing call and it's open, and I would know what that I want this plumbing call, this diamond Vogel paint needs to go to a plumber. I could also easily hover over the call and see that it's a pipe leaking on dry storage. And so I would know that I could send a plumber over to that, or an HVAC technician, whoever it might be. I have the choice of taking this call and dragging it to an employee from my plumber's list, or I can even take it from here if I didn't have my unassigned showing here in my daily columns. Again, that's your choice on the view. I could take this work order here and easily give it up here to Jimmy if I wanted to, right from my list. So you can narrow this list down. As you can see, the filter has a million different options, and then you can decide what you want to see or not see. And as you filter and narrow this down, your map over here will respond in the same manner. So as you filter your list, you'll get the same results over here, and they'll be pinpointed on your map. And this map is powered by Bing, and the colors actually indicate the priority of the call. So green is normal, and red is urgent, and so on. And so if the priority of the call was quite important and I knew it was a red call, I could hover, here over this this button here, and I would get my information. It's work order 23223, and I could look that up and see what it was that I need to get answered. But I'm going to dispatch right here from an unassigned column. I have Diamond Vogel paint, and I want to give it to I'm going to give it to Jessica Weber. She's a good technician. And so we're going to put it. Whoops, I missed. We're going to put it right here under. Oops, oh, there we go. Under Jessica's name. Oh my goodness. And excuse me here. So I'm putting it under my name, or the name for Jessica, and it looks like I split it now because I did 2 different assignments. Not a problem. I can just select this assignment over here, and I can see that it was given to me, and I could get more detail on the call here. And this is similar to what you've ever worked with in Sage as the D-board, but you're able to do all of the same actions. You can notify, acknowledge, no answer. Did you have a question, Dennis?
Nope, you're good.
To travel, start, or complete. I can actually go in. So these are my quick hit buttons. If I just wanted to automatically notify the person of the call at, whatever time my system says, I'd hit this play button. If I don't want to notify them exactly at this time, I can actually hit this notify word button. And I have a few more options given to me. I can use the current time or specify the time. And so I'm going to specify the time as, Tuesday, December 13th at 4 a.m. start. That's a good one. I'm going to tell them that they need to take this call, and I'm going to send them an email. I'm actually going to send it to myself, or the technician in this instance, and say, report here in the morning, urgent call. And I could save that note. And what happens is the technician gets an email, and the call is dispatched out to them. And then they could respond back with an acknowledgement. And as you can see over here on the call, it becomes turquoise for notified. So the call is now in notified status. I've sent this dispatch out to Jessica, my technician, And then she would respond back with a notify or acknowledge receipt. And we can show what that looks like in a second. But you could picture what this would look like when you have 15, 20 calls on your board. You can move them around and use the update button pretty simply. You just click on this call. I'm just doing a single click, and I'm able to look at the options here: notify, acknowledge, no answer, travel, start, and complete. I could update whatever it is that I would like to have happen. If two people are going on call, sometimes you have more than one technician who works with the other. You're able to choose from your list of employees here or resources. In Sage 100, you're actually able to use resources as well. And I would pick another employee. Of course, I picked an employee that's not in my group. So you don't see that call as a duplicate here. But if I were to find that employee here in my other drop-down, they would be listed as another call. So Don Black has it, and there's my unassigned call. I'm able to look at a week's worth of work at a time. I'm also able to look at the next 2 weeks at a time. Or even if I wanted to go as far as planning a month, maybe this wouldn't be great for individual technicians, but it might be good if you have a group of preventative maintenances that you needed to plan out for a month. And you would be able to just hover over these work orders and move them around from date to date. So it's actually a really handy tool for monthly planning. So you know what, I'm not going to get that done on the 2nd, I'm going to do it on the 6th. And you can and prioritize your calls that way on this month. And that updates the assignment on the call and everything. So that's the month view. Obviously not something that you'd look at frequently with this large of a group, but it's an option. I'm going to go back to my plumbers and see. Jessica got put on this call, but I actually think I put it on for yesterday or tomorrow. So, so the calls would just continue to populate as you can see there. If you want, I can go to the assignments page, and since I'm the technician that was supposed to be given that call, we'll see if that call is listed over here. Oh, might have made a mistake. Dennis, I might want to pause it here. Glad. Okay.
Okay. All right. So now we're going on.
So I have the call under my name here, and I have it notified. It's turquoise. I corrected it from the 2 split view to the 1 view. I think it was thinking I should take a lunch break or a mid-morning break. But now if I went to my assignments page, let's say I'm a technician, and I have my assignments listed over here. This is what I'm going to see. I'm not going to see the dispatch board or the dashboard or the quotes, jobs, and tools and admin. This is a super user. If I'm a technician, I have my assignments. That's really what I'm concerned with. And I'll see a week's view at a time. Or if I really want to just toggle to today's date, I have Tuesday, October 13th. I have today's work order. And I'd be able to go to any screen that I like to go to through a quick hit this way. If you want, I'll show you what it looks like if I'm on a tablet or a smartphone on a smaller view than even what we're looking at today. And it kind of looks like this. So this is the smart tablet view. I'd be able to go previous day or the next day. I'd be able to toggle for a week at a time or a day at a time through this little button here, the three. I'm on an Android base or a Android base at this point. Apple would work just fine. It works on both Apple and Android-based devices. And so if I just want today's date, I'm able to quickly go to any screen that I'd like. Let's say I wanted to know my history, where I'd been recently. I'd be able to look right here on this little clock or search by something that I was recently looking for. So it has a really nice feel, and it's really simple to use on the Smart View, the smartphone. If I'm in the work order detail here, even further down, it would give me a very simple view. As the overview, I'm able to add notes, assignments, hours. And I think we'll get into this on the technician demo, Dennis.
Yes, that's correct.
This is what it looks like for the technician. So if you're the dispatcher, you've dispatched the technician their call, they'll receive an email. That email will have a link right straight to the assignments page. They'll be able to select that link, and they'll probably already be logged in, and it'll take them right to their work order for the day. And they'll be able to go right in here and go to their assignment, and see that it's notified, and then say, you know what, I'm ready, I'm acknowledging, I'm traveling, started, and what have you. And we'll get into more detail on that in the next video. And you'd be able to watch that on the dispatch board as the dispatcher. You'd see their status change as well live. So it would go from turquoise notified. If I acknowledged it, I did. If the technician acknowledges it, it changes color. So you're able to watch your board in live action move from one status to the next and keep track of your technicians as they respond to you through their SSO as well. So that is dispatching. Now, just one caveat, you can also enter work orders from here, and that's something you can decide to turn on or off. You can also create new service types from SSO. So there's a lot of things you can do in SSO that you can't do, or could also do, I should say, in the Sage 300 and the Sage 100 module. This is great for dispatchers on call that might not have a VPN connection or want to have just a tablet and still have some mobility. They're able to do almost everything that they can do in the Sage software through the SSO tool in the field.
Okay, Jessica, I think that's probably all they can absorb for this video. So again, my name is Dennis. Yeah, it's a lot of information there. So my name is Dennis. The company's called CFO-On-The-Go, a large Sage partner. My name is Dennis, I said. Phone number I'm going to give you in this video because it wasn't in the last one is 800-659-5851. So 800-659-5851. It's just a phone call. If you need to see more, we'd love to get Jessica on the phone with you and a really deep dive with your staff to make sure this does fit for you. I had somebody I called the other day and say, hey, what's the cancellation policy? We've never had anybody cancel. I don't know if that's true with you too, Jessica, but everybody that's taken this product just continues to use it and continues to add more users. So it works as advertised, which is a good deal. So thanks for your time, Jessica, and people on the other end listening. I appreciate your time as well. Look forward for some more videos from Jessica and Dennis. Thanks.